Hey guys, this is the final episode of I Don't Know. Now, are the Clippers going out tonight against the Jazz? I don't know. But if they don't, I think that they will. And the reason why I say that is because the Utah Jazz are deep. They've got deep players, and that's why they're the best team in the NBA season. And I think it's going to be the Jazz versus the Nets in the final. And I think the Nets are going to win. But that Mitchell is very dangerous. I support the Clippers and everything, but I don't see us getting past the Jazz. No way. I just don't see it whatsoever. But who's going to win tonight is I don't know. And that brings me to what I'm really excited about is the UFC. 3 classic fights I'm really excited about. Diaz versus Leon Edwards. Who's going to win? I don't know. The Happy Man versus the Brazilian Bamban. Who wins? I don't know. Izzy versus Vettori. Who wins? I don't know. But I can give you a prediction. Let's start with Izzy versus Vettori. Now, Izzy is always going to use his distance. Now, obviously, any MMA fighter knows when you throw a strike, you got to have your hand up, left hand up, and usually that makes Izzy different from different fighters. Is usually you have your hand back and your hand up all the time, and your shoulders have got your chin and your shoulders have got to be down so you can move and not get struck. And when you're striking, you don't lean back like that when you're striking. You strike with your head looking straight forward. You know, just strike with your head forward and then dun 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 like that. You see what I mean? Everyone knows that. And you know, when you're punching like that and you got your hand up like that, you twist, because that what makes the punch powerful is your hand has got to be like that, and you go from the hip and then you twist the hand. The hand always twists, and then the other hand's always got to be up, and the shoulders always got to be moving. And what makes Izzy so special is he can do a 360. If you've seen his knockouts against Whitaker and Costa, he can do this. He swivels like that, 360 degrees kind of, like his back, his fucking upper right back swirls like that, and then he got boom with a left hook like that. You can't see it coming. You can't. It's just amazing. And Izzy doesn't have his hands up because of his frame, because he's very thin. He can like shivel about, level change. He's feints. You don't know what he's going to do. So every fucking fighter that is fighting is always going to be stiff as a fucking rock and anxious, because Izzy's constantly feinting, constantly fucking confusing you. He's going for the left and then he leg kicks you. Then he goes for like a right jab and then he head kicks you, and then he you know, leg kicks you, head kicks you. You know, he dismantles you. He knows the Matrix. He's like fucking Neo in the Matrix. He fucking third dimension type shit. You know, and that's dangerous for Vettori. But Vettori is a savage. And if Vettori does get into him, but this could be very dangerous for him. Because if he does try to get into him, Izzy can strike him as he's coming in. Because Izzy did that to Whitaker and Costa. But Vettori I've watched his couple of past fights and he has improved. And his grappling is improved. He's not a top level grappler, in my opinion. If you think otherwise, I don't know. But he's a savage. So, and he's strong, a lot stronger than Izzy. So, if he gets in towards the cage and then he fucking starts, getting them shots in, we've seen him getting shots in, the lefts and rights, and he's powerful. And once he gets hold of you, it's not technique, but he's a savage. He'll hold you and he'll stick his head into your body and just keep you there like that, lift you up, and then he'll just keep fucking smashing you. And that could be a problem with Izzy, and that was his problem in the last fight against Jan. That's why I didn't win the light heavyweight championship. But I don't know. But if I had to make a prediction, I think Izzy is going to win in the 3rd round by knockout, and I bet that on I think it will Betfred tonight. Now the Happy Man versus Vitor. I'm not very good at pronouncing names. This is going to be the fight of the night, basically. This guy's happy. You don't, you look at this guy. I think it's Brannon. He's a happy guy. He's very happy. Why? When he's going to fight? I hate that word. You know that. I hate that fucking word. What? Oh. Right. How come? Yes, how come? There I am. How come he looks so happy? And he's a fucking savage. Like, if you saw this guy on the street, you'd think you could take him. You think this guy is a fucking... Look at him. He's got hair. He looks like a little pretty boy. Like he's 13 years old. And this is the point of a life lesson. Is the toughest people. And the toughest people I met, I said, a 5'6" guy. And he had glasses. And he looked like a square. He acted like a square. But he was fucking the hardest person I ever known. And you know what? You know. How come? Is I really don't know. But do not be fooled by people's appearance. Because it's usually the person who never speaks or comes across as being very soft that usually is going to be the toughest. Believe me. Anyone old enough knows that. It's like if you see somebody with a bald head walking down the street like, come on then, I'm hard, fucking yeah, what? And you're going to be like, they're insecure. And that's how I was on my the first video of the series. And basically that fight's I think it's gonna be a 5-round clinic. Who's gonna win? I really don't know. I put my money though on the Brazilian, just because he's I think he's a bit of more of a savage. He's got more of a savage in him, but Nate and Leon, I think I covered that, the fucking other day. But Leon Edwards, if Nate tries to get into Leon Edwards could very well knock Nate out. I don't think he will, but I think the match will be stopped. And it's the first 5-round fight that's not a championship match. I want Nate to win. Even though I lived in Birmingham for fucking 2 years. My grandma spent her last years there. It's an alright city. Why she spent her last years there, I don't know. I prefer it up here in Manchester, to be honest with you. But I don't like big cities. I don't like loads of people being around that much anymore. Why? Fucking hell, I say that. How come? Is I don't know. I used to like being around a lot of people. And I do. Like, I'm going back to MMA next week, and I have to go to Manchester City Centre, so I have to walk through the city. That's what I had to do. Everyone knows where Fighting Fit Gym is. That's where I go. And it's a really good gym. Very friendly people. What? Count how many times I say that word. But how come there's killers in this gym that I go to? But they're very nice people. How come? I don't know. And Izzy is like a real estate. Basically, he's a real estate and he's purchased a lot of space in Vettori's head. And that brings me to the fact that Mr. Milky did that shit to me. And I fell for it. How come? I don't know. But what I've done is what everyone should do. You can delete any toxic YouTube channel that you do not want to watch. Just like you don't want to watch the news, because what happens? You get really depressed, and then the amygdala, once the amygdala is activated, you'll want to watch depressing videos. If anyone knows this, they know that when you're stressed and depressed, then you'll go to watch a video about something or watch the news. You want to feed it. You know what I'm saying? So you want to feed that amygdala because it wants your attention more and more. It's like, come on, give me more, like you're fucking a bitch, like you want more, you know what I mean? This is the thing. And this is what these advertisers play at, and it's a trap. It is a trap. And I'm not making a video. This is the last I don't know video. Basically, if I make another video, it might be reviewing a book. I don't know. Because I think I did an alright job with The Iceman. And I went a bit too long with Original Gangsters. Just because I know so much about that subject. The gangster rap thing. Even though I'm into all types of music. But yeah, I need to do it with authenticity. If I do a YouTube video, I've got to have someone else with me. Because, you know, you just think I'm a fucking fake, I'm a fucking fraud, won't you? If I'm just sat here on the fucking couch speaking to fucking no one, like loads of people do on YouTube. Anyone can do it. So it's just like, I used to go to fucking acting. I used to act. I used to, you know, play sports. I do things. I live life. I don't get on social media. I don't do none of that shit. I'm a very active person. So me making these videos don't make any fucking sense. And how come? Because this is opposite to me, is I don't know. I don't want to bring stupid attention to myself. But yeah, speaking on Mr. Milky, the reason why my first video as I got out that, what I want to tell you is a secret. That fucking Jimmy that I got out, whatever you call it, ain't the real thing. I've had the real things in the past. I've been arrested fucking loads of times for having multiple fucking straps on me. You know, I can make them into real guns. You can get fucking 5 years. So you think I'm going to be that stupid to have a real fucking gun? That's a fucking toy gun. You know, I don't fuck around like that anymore. You know, because when I did, you would have motherfuckers come to my house trying to fucking steal it and borrow it and not give it me back and want to use it to fucking hurt someone and ask me, oh yeah, you got this banger, And I'm like, oh fucking hell, what do you want? And they won't tell me what they wanted it for, and then they'll do something, and it could get me fucking in trouble, which I've done a couple of times. I've had arrests, I've had fucking, you know. I was fucked up on coke one night or some shit like that, and I think my stepdad or something found 2 or 3 guns in my bag and fucking called the fucking cops on me, for which was fucked up, right? And I'm in a village up a mill, and then a fucking armed police come with the fucking tear gas and the fucking gun down. I could have been shot right there. They got fucking assault rifles there straight at me. I'm with my dog. And I'm pissed, I'm drinking, I'm sniffing, I'm fucking... I have one gun in the hand, and they could have shot me right there. I don't know why they fucking didn't. That was a close one. How come I'm alive? I don't know. You know, yeah, so speaking of Mr. Milky getting in my head, I've done some research. I've not watched him again since that video where he did a caution. Like, fuck off. And I'm not sorry for what I ever said about that motherfucker. Because at the end of the day, where I said in my first video I had LSD. And he was in my head like a CIA, FBI agent. And they say when you take hallucinogens, sometimes you get the real picture. Is that true? I don't know. And this is why this is a big don't know. I said it again. Fuck. It's a big don't know. I've been thinking, and I've read some comments on Reddit about Mr. Milky. You know who Mr. Milky is, who likes to explain things for fucking 3 fucking hours. You're not like this, you know, fucking Moody, just get straight to the fucking point. You know, that's what you want. You just want, right, sit down, drop everything, let go, be here. Fuck it, simple. Why do you need all this? Fucking libertarianism. Fuck, man, what you on, man? Lay off that fucking DMT, bitch. But listen, I don't know about this guy, man. And I was fucking... That video where I had that weren't a real gun. You think I'm not fucking stupid? And that knife I had since I was a kid. I was fucking angry that day. And it weren't just because of Mr. Milky. It was because I just got into a scrap with a couple of fucking people. And I relapsed again recently. And I kind of thought he was responsible for that. As well as other things. Other things were going on in my life, going on at that time. And I had relationship problems and family problems. So it was building up for months. But like I said, I was 5 years without any drugs at all. Not being arrested, not said the police. I'm trying to find myself. So I just thought it weren't just him, but obviously because he is got 90 million views on his stupid fucking channel is why. Don't know how many times that is now, but it's gonna come back and haunt me. Anyway, he was in my fucking head when I was taking that trip, the CIA and FBI, and it fucking fucked me up, man. You don't understand, man. I felt like I was getting monitored. You know, they've done that in the past. I thought someone give it me, and he was behind it. He's the one who give it to some fucking guy to give it to me to get in my head to try and set me up or some shit like that. Seriously, that's how I thought when I was on that trip, right? And what it was, do you know the CIA and used to do experiments on people? I think Alcatraz back in the 60s and 70s, and war people and even terrorists, they do them experiments on you, and they do it to get in your head so you confess, or you know, they'll give you psychedelics so you confess and they'll get into your fucking head, so get all the information out of you. And a lot of cons do that, get all the information out of you so they can steal your money and steal your credit card information, shit like that. And it got me thinking, like, over these past couple of days, and like, I've been reading shit. You know, I really don't, I can't say for sure. That's why I'm saying I don't know that Mr. Milky is part of the CIA FBI program. I know it might sound way out there, but a lot of people have said that. And We all know in the past, with the Bush administration and the CIA, that they've been involved with paedophilia rings. Now, Mr. Milky can very much manipulate people. He actually, you know, did it. I'm being truthful. He did it with me. He manipulated me into his bullshit. And think a young girl could be manipulated by him. Very, very easy. He can do that because he starts off being very nice. What it was, he starts off with these videos about practical stuff, which is light. It's not heavy. Then he gets into the heavy stuff, you know. And I've heard that he's done that with a couple of young women under the age to get them in bed with him. I'm not too sure. I'm not. Like I said, he isn't a cult leader, this guy. But I've seen a symbol. The symbol, if you look at the symbols on his channel, the symbols, the paedophilic symbols, the CIA, there's something secret, and people have been saying that. So I'm not sure if he's working for the CIA or FBI. Seriously. You know, he could be one of them. It's fucked up, but really. So I'm just like I said on that video, my first video, I watched that video back and I seem ignorant as a motherfucker. I hate looking at that video of myself because I'm like, what the fuck, man? I was a mess. My fucking hands were all bloodied up, and I was loud music on in the background, and I was fucking just jabbering on. Like I just looked like a complete dickhead, you know. And fucking when you meet me, I'm not that guy at all. Like I'm pretty, you know, humble most of the time. You know, and you know, I don't talk this fucking bullshit about mindfulness or shit like that, because it's not my job. I'm not qualified, and I never will be. So I'm never gonna talk about that. I keep that shit to myself. You know. You know, it'd be wrong of me to try and teach, even if I knew things, to try and teach anyone anything. Because it is wrong. Because you can seriously hurt people. And that's why I said this guy is toxic and dangerous. Because as I said that, right, this was before that guy committed suicide. And I said that he's going to make people commit suicide. Just watch that video back. Even though I sound really fucked up, I say it. And what happened? The guy committed suicide. He wasn't even, and guess what? He was not even in a bad mood. Basically, he did it in a happy way so he could go to a greater consciousness. And on Mr. Milky's forum, there's been talks about that. This is why he might be working for a CIA program to start, you know, fucking people up and targeting people to commit suicide or to give information or try and incriminate themselves and stuff like that. Very tricky. So like, you know, I'm not telling you what to do because I'm never like that. And if I seem like that, then I don't know. But if you want to listen to anything in that context, come on, man. You got to know the way they speak. I mean, Thich Nhat Hanh, you can tell the way he speaks. Eckhart Tolle, the way he speaks. Mooji, even though people said some shit about Mooji, he has loads of fucking women and fuck bitches. So what? I don't give a fuck, man. He's a good teacher. That's all I can say. So I don't know. Well, yeah, as I was saying, you know, the fucking 5 years sober. And 2.5 weeks sober after I relapsed fucking six months ago. But I was on drugs every fucking day, selling them. Like that's what I said. I had ice picks and guns coming to the door because this Portuguese guy gave me some fucking, right, obviously not going to mention any name, But this Portuguese guy get, because you know I smoke a lot of weed, and I go down Birmingham and in Manchester and be selling it. So basically, it wasn't to make a lot of money. It was to have free weed, so I didn't have to buy it. Because what you sell, I just smoke my profits, basically. But this motherfucker saw me doing it. These motherfuckers around my estate saw me doing it, and I was like, okay. They were coke. Give me a lot of coke to sell for them. And what did I do? I didn't sell fucking shit. What I did is I fucking put it all up my fucking nose, and then I didn't have the money for them. Then they come with ice picks and guns to my fucking door, and I'm fucking shooting at them, and they're coming fucking bashing my fucking door in that every night. And people around here were like, fucking, I had a fucking red steel door because of it. And it used to go bang like a gunshot was going off every time I fucking opened it. I don't anymore, but that's what it was like. And the reason why, I did it again. But the reason why I stopped using just like that was one incident. I was hanging around these smackheads and crackheads, you know. And I was sniffing coke, smoking weed. They were doing smack and crack. But fucking my tablet got robbed and my phone got robbed. And the guy lived down the street. So basically I knew it was him, so I smashed his window. And he weren't in the house. He come back about 10 minutes later. And he knew I fucking did it. So he comes to my door with a fucking axe. And I have an axe. And I'm ready to kill the motherfucker. He's ready to kill me. And I open the door and we swing. And the fucking doors and all the time, we missed. But then we fucking calm down and we talk. And he says to me he needed the money for heroin and crack, and he actually apologised to me, and I kind of like forgave him and said, okay, just make sure you give me the phone back. And I just thought after that, man, I can't live this life anymore. So basically, that's when I stopped using everything, because my mind weren't in a good fucking place. You know, when I was 18 and all that shit, I'd be getting arrested like fucking 6 or 7 times a month. Spent 4 months in prison at the farms, Lancaster Farms, and I didn't get into any fights actually there. The reason for that is I really don't know. I actually saw no fights there at all. Actually, everyone was nice. I kind of enjoyed it there. But no, you think prison, you're gonna get there's fightings going on all the time. No, not really. A lot of people, no. Usually, you just keep your head down and you're right. It's like where you live. You can live in a really bad area and you keep your head down and you're right. People say how come that is. Well, I don't know. Maybe you need to. I've had more trouble in my life actually. There's a place called Saddleworth, where my mum lives in Manchester. That's quite a middle class area. Yeah, it's a middle class area in the countryside. I have more trouble there than anywhere else with people. Why? I don't know. When I've lived in fucking Longside, lived in fucking all these rough areas I've lived in. I don't know, you know, if you keep your head down, you know what? You don't have any fucking trouble. And that's why sometimes in life you just don't know. Anyway, that's my last installment of the series of I Don't Know. If I ever do any YouTube videos again, it's got to be entertainment, because I'm wasting your time, and don't waste your time listening to anybody who's gonna make you angry or just fucking just pisses you off, because I know how it is. So keep that in mind. Stay safe, stay present, stay calm, and fuck off. And the reason why I said that, I don't know. But, yeah.